Hello! I got all dressed up for you. Well, I think I'm still rebellious. Anyway, I turned the camera on to see if I had anything to say. There's only one mind. My mind is your mind. And your mind is my mind. There's only one mind. See, that's what makes us one. The body doesn't contain the mind. The mind is huger than the universe. And the mind that is in me and is in you, it doesn't reach out. It kind of sinks in and down when you close your eyes. It sinks in and downward. It's one way of putting it. It doesn't reach out because there's nothing out here. It's all in your mind. It is. You'll see. One of these days you'll see that it's all in the mind. And when we get our mind right, the body's got to follow. As my mind becomes healed, my body has to become healed. Because the body is just a tool for the mind to use to communicate. Like, for instance, as I'm doing right now with you. The major communication doesn't even need a body. It's just the mind being still. And that mind being still, it's like the sun. It just shines. And not like time, which goes one direction straight forward or straight backwards. The mind shines like the sun and goes always, 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 in all directions. And through all time, past and all future. It touches people in the future who aren't even here yet. But their mind is here. It's one mind. So that's where my mind is at, your mind is at, because there's no space and time. There's no space. See, so I don't have to reach out to where you're at, because you're right here with me. I'm right there with you. And that's how we truly are one. As I mentioned before, everything we do is for the body. The body's nothing. It's really nothing. It's dust. It's worth about $2, if that, in dust and water. But the mind is priceless. And yet, everything we do is for the body. So when we come to a place where we say, there's got to be a better way than this, that's when we start seeking for answers and realizing the answers are not happening out here in this world. There are no answers out here in this world. The ego's premise is this: seek and do not find. And that's what happens all through life. You seek and you do not find the answers. You find temporary happiness and pleasure, but the pleasure it always turns into pain. There's nothing but opposites out here. There's darkness, there's light, there's love, and there's hate, and there's suffering, and there's pleasure. And but with the mind, with the pure, perfect mind that is in us, the one mind, it's not a mind of opposites. It's love, it's peace, it's joy, It's happiness. There's no happiness like it. I'm finding it. Happiness, peace, and joy are coming into my life. They're coming forward. And the happiness is not where you're happy, then sad, and then happy, then sad. It's a consistent, constant happiness. It's not overwhelming, but it's happiness. I don't really want it to be overwhelming. I don't like to get too excited anymore. I know what my lot is. I know what belongs to me. Everything belongs to me. Perfection belongs to me. To you too. But you have to realize that. I am realizing that. Actually, I know that. I know that's what belongs to me, but I'm still in the process of attaining it all. And as you will also attain it. It's inevitable that everyone will return to their source, to the one source who made us. Call it God, call it whatever you want. It's not understandable. It has no name. It's perfect. It's not a he or it's not a she, and it's both. It's a he and a she, and an it. And it's perfection, it's happiness, it's joy, unspeakable, full of glory, splendor, 1,000 times more than you could possibly want here. Because everything you want here and that you attain here ends. That's not joyful. So I turned the camera on to see what I would say, and let me look at it and see if it's worth putting on for you. If I see any ego involved in it, or anything like to show you how smart I am, because it doesn't have to do with me being smart. It has to do with me not being in charge and allowing my source, the perfection that is in me, the knowledge that is in me, to come forth and speak to you, to speak to the knowledge that is in you. Not to speak to your ego, but to go beyond your ego. Because the ego doesn't want to hear this. It'll shut it right off. If you follow an ego, you've already shut this off. But if you're searching for answers to the mystery, which has been already revealed, you're going to find the answers. So let me check it out. I'll talk to you later.